Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to my channel once again. My name is Bina. If this is the first time on my channel, on this channel they call me Bina of Manchester. Please subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, like, share, comment, and all of the nice YouTube stuff. Today I'm about to go to church. It's a Sunday, and as per usual, I'm going to give you guys one hot gist. I put this post up on my Instagram for you. So if you watched my last two YouTube videos, you know that I said that I've been seeing some shege this like since January, and I did a story time on how I became homeless in Manchester, a whole been of Manchester. But I'm thinking of doing another story time on Sunday for my next video. So I have two stories in mind, so you guys should vote. Should I tell the story of how I lost my job while on my way to Scotland? Like how I received an email that I've been sacked, and I still went to Scotland and had a blast because bruh. Or should I do the story time on how I met my Egyptian sugar daddy on the streets of Manchester? So which one would you like to hear? How I was fired and why? Or which one should I do first? Just or my Egyptian sugar daddy on the streets of Manchester. Please pick your fighter. Please vote, guys. You guys to vote which gist you would like. So I think this one won. So that's the gist I'm going to be giving you guys today. How you see this last trip that I went to in Scotland, how I was literally on the train to Scotland when I got fired, lost my job, and I still got to Scotland, had a blast, enjoyed myself because I am minister of enjoyment. Say what? The continental again now, monumental. Oh yeah, you go live forever. Me, I will not let anything down my parade. Long story short, I booked the trip from last year, so whether or not they were firing me, I was going to go for my trip. Now let's get to the beginning of the gist now. So let's get my makeup done while I give you guys the gist. So my friend and I, the beginning of that trip here was supposed to be, I think, November last year. The trip originally was supposed to be for Minister Dulcin Oyekan's concert in Scotland. I think it was for November, so we booked our train, booked our hotel, because obviously we live in England now. Booked our train, our accommodation and everything to go for this concert. And then we received an email like a few weeks later. We had booked our ticket also on Eventbrite. We booked our ticket for the concert. The ticket was free, so it was just our train and our hotel that was expensive. Train was very expensive. Anyway, so we had done that, and then we got an email from him a few weeks later for saying, oh, that he's sorry, God has told him to move the concert to January, and they're just going to announce a new date soon, right? So the event has been cancelled for November, that's been shifted to January, and we're going to get a new date soon. We don't book our tickets were not refundable, by the way. As of November, I was still not very stable in the country, so I think my friend helped me pay with her Klarna, and I was reimbursing her. So with Klarna, you can pay 3 installments, and I was paying her every month. So even though the ticket was cancelled, even though we didn't go for the trip and our tickets were not refundable, I had to still be reimbursing my friend 3 times. But she even said that she don't worry, but me, I didn't have the conscience to not pay her. It was just the right thing to do, to pay her back her money. So I paid in 3 installments and I finally paid off. So that's how that ticket and how everything went to. Then we booked, because when he said January, right? We that had our tickets from December, we automatically had tickets. We didn't have to book the tickets for the show. So when he said December, we booked fresh tickets. Like I said, our former tickets are not refundable, so we booked fresh tickets. I think this time we made them a bit flexible for January. So I knew, coming back from Nigeria, I knew I came back January 7th. I knew that same January I was going to be traveling to Scotland, so I was really excited because Nigeria, I just went to party and party and party and party. I just knew that okay, in January when I go to Scotland, I can at least chill, because the plan was to stay. The concert was for one day, Friday night, and then we'll use Saturday and Sunday to enjoy. Just Saturday, because we'll come back on Sunday. Good enough plan. Me and my friend, we had planned it. That's how in January, the day of the concert, the weekend of the concert, Storm Ironwind. You guys remember Storm Ironwind from January? I don't know. I'll put a clip here. So you guys can remember. I made a video about it. So for those of you that don't know, there's currently a storm happening in the UK. It's mostly in Scotland, Glasgow area. Storm Ironwind. So Ironwind hits, and Yeah, the show wasn't cancelled, but most of us from England couldn't go because all the trains from England to Scotland were cancelled because Tom Iommi was around the Scotland area, mainly around the Scotland area. Even though we could feel it in England because the bridge was much, the wind was like pulling and pushing, but it was mostly in Scotland. So every train, every transportation, anything leading to Scotland was cancelled. So that's how we now couldn't go again in January. But at this time, I think because, like I said, we booked our tickets and made them a bit more flexible, we could reschedule. So we rescheduled for last week of February because that was when we both like had time. So we shall move the trip to the last week of February. So last week of February was when we went to Scotland on 28th. That's how the week before that, though, I got a complaint from my office called and said, "Oh, Ibina, you didn't show up at so and so session that you had. Why didn't you show up?" And I'm like, that session was not on my schedule. It wasn't on my timeline, and that's why I didn't show up. Apparently, one of the people that I support had reported me that I didn't show up for his session, and he wasn't even on my schedule. And I emailed them. I said, this person was not on my schedule. But this boy was trying to implicate me or something. He didn't like me. Obviously, the boy didn't like me. So he had reported me that I didn't show up for his schedule. And like I said, usually I have him on Fridays, but on that particular Friday, he wasn't on my time. And I didn't know what happened, why he wasn't, but he was not on my schedule for that week. So I told him that he wasn't on my schedule, blah, blah, blah. Then the week before, I had gone in late. So he told him that the week before I had gone in late, and the other week I didn't show up, and all of that. So he was just reporting me. I'm like, hey, which kind of wala did this? That's how my now I have this guy on Friday and my trip is on Friday. Me, I cannot now cancel trip that I've been booking since last year that's costed me over how many hundreds of pounds because of one session. No, I'm like, me, I'm still going to go for this trip. Then I will just find somebody else to help me cover up the shift. Which is what I did. So I emailed him and said, please, can somebody help? I emailed the person now. Please, can somebody help? I said, which name is house? Can somebody else help me cover this shift as I would be indisposed on Friday? Like, I will not be around. I obviously said I was traveling, but I just said I will not be around. He didn't reply me. I emailed him again. Please, can I get a reply as to whether or not somebody can help me cover this shift because I will not be around. The reason why I was doing that was because he had already reported me twice. And I could have applied for leave, to be fair. I could have applied for a one-day leave, but I don't know, because it was this particular person, I didn't want to be in trouble again. So I just wanted to find a substitute to help me run it for one day. And I was saying, just for today, can somebody else help me cover this session, please? Came in, the boy no reply. That's me, I just sent somebody. Me no really concern me, sure. If you know me, I'm a bit nonchalant like that. I sent somebody to go help me cover the shift. And I was on my way to Scotland. That's how I'm on the train. No, the train is even stuck somewhere, having issues because there's a fire in the train in front of us, so we cannot move because the train in front of us has been stopped. So they've stopped us in the middle of the train station. Like right now we are in, no, it's not Edinburgh. I think we are in Stonehaven. We're already in Scotland, by the way, but I think we are in Stonehaven or Dundee. I think we're close to Dundee in Scotland, and the train was not moving because there was a fire in the train in front of us. They were waiting for fire officials to come and put out the fire so they can move the train out of the driveway because the train was not going to go anywhere. Everybody had moved everybody from the train, so they're waiting for fire fire service to come and put off the fire so they can move the train off the driveway and then we can pass. So while we're there, we've been there here for like 30 minutes. Everybody's confused. People that have urgent matters have come off the train looking for alternative to go. There's a bus substitute coming, taking people around. People that their stops are closer. All of that is happening. I'm very confused. This is my first time going to Scotland. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know how many more stops we have till our final destination. I'm chilling. These people call me. My office people call me. Bina, we've just been given another information that you did not show up at your session today. I say, They say, and you send somebody else. I say, this boy don't keep me. While I'm trying to explain this, because I really was not even in the right frame of mind. Like I said, I was already messed up with the whole train situation. Honestly, I don't tired. I was tired. I didn't know what to do. I was confused. I was in the train. I didn't know when we were going to leave. There was no set. They were not giving us any settings, that which is one of my major culture shock in this country, is the fact that public transport is so bad. You don't even get details sometimes. You're just stuck there for minutes and hours without them speaking to you as to when you're leaving or when you're moving. Like, they're like, we cannot give any definite answer as of now. So I didn't know when we're going to leave. I didn't know when we're going to arrive Scotland. And so my mental health, I was not emotionally stable at this time when this call came in. So when I'm trying to say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not even okay, I'm not even feeling fine right now, I'm not even in the right state of mind. While I'm trying to do that, the radio on the train goes off. The engineer is trying to give us an announcement. At this point, when I'm answering a call from my office, what? I put off the call. So the my office people don't know that I'm on a train and I'm like literally out of the country. I put off the call and I listened to the announcements. So they are telling us blah 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 blah. The fire service people have come now. They've put off the fire, but now we have to wait for a new driver, a new train driver to come and move the train out because the former one, whether that shift don't end, I don't know what's happening. So right now they're waiting for a new train driver. So we are still stuck there. That's how while I'm dealing with that, I check my mail. I see that they've sent me a long paragraph of email saying that I have been sacked and that I should not contact anybody in the office. That no more session to be given to me from now. If you see the long text message, I mean long email this student saying give me, I'm like, yo, bruh, that's why I don't lose my job. Anyways, we live to fight another day. We move. That's how they applying for new jobs. So there and there in the train, they say I should please reply the email. I should please confirm that I've received this email. Me, I don't know how to do all this things, but honestly, like I said, I was not in the best frame of mind. So I had my friend help me type the email to reply there. My friend is she's more officey. She speaks more office terms than I do. So she went ahead, types the mail, sent them, and all of that. Okay, no problem. So this is me applying for a job. I went to Scotland. I'm enjoying my life. I chill. I love everything. Blah 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 blah. Came back the next week from Scotland, and I'm still receiving emails. Like I'm still receiving work emails. No jokes. I'm complaining my brushes. Like I said, I came back now and I'm still receiving work emails. I'm like, what's going on? These people, I say, man, no contact on when they contact me, waiting happen. Should be on will not go move on with our life. I was still receiving work emails back to back to back, like almost every day. I'll round off for the month of February, our progress, everything I was getting. I'm like, what's happening? And I never removed me from our work email channel. No one. I was just ignoring all of them because, like I said, they said I should not contact anybody, so I wasn't contacting anybody. I was just chilling. I was chilling, still applying for jobs, getting interview, getting unfortunately here and there, managing my life in my house. On Friday now, it's been a week. I got a call from them saying that I've not submitted my timesheet for the week. That they can see that my timesheet for the week is blank and I've not submitted my timesheet. I'm like, last week Friday, I got an email saying I should not contact anybody. So I have not been contacting anybody. If, mind you, after the first 2 emails that had been sent to me concerning work, I wrote an email to my direct supervisor and said, oh, I'm still getting these emails and all of this from you people. I don't know if I should contact students as of now or if I should still let it go because I've been getting several emails from the office about my missing sessions. They did not reply me. So when I now got this call on Friday, at this point I was like, people should better leave me alone. So I'll now call. That's how I now called them back and said, they said that I should not contact anybody. I don't know what's going on, but I'm still getting emails. Let me go on. Let me go. It's chaotic. Let me get my. I told them, I said, they said I should not contact anybody, and I'm still getting work emails. So at this point, I don't know what to do. And then they're like, okay, I should speak to my direct supervisor for my region. I'm like, but I've emailed that person severally since like earlier in the week that I've been getting work emails, but I haven't gotten any response from the person. Can I speak to the person directly? They said no, they can't give me the person's personal number, and that work number that I have is the only one that I can contact the office through, and they can't give me the person's personal. I said I'm not even asking for personal number. What do I want to do with person's personal number? I mean, I didn't say this. I didn't say that. But I was like, I'm not asking for personal number. I just want to be able to speak to them. So if there's any way, can you please help me? They're like, oh, that they will transfer the call to my region supervisor. And I waited online. They're like, oh, that she is on the call right now, but what they can do is get her to reply my emails when she's done with that call that she's in. I'm like, okay, no problem. So now I'm chilling, and I get an email from them finally on the Friday. That's a week later after I've been without job and sacked. I got an email from them saying, oh, yes, it's fine that I can keep on attending all of my other sessions apart from this boy session because he does not want me any longer. I'm like, Okpeo, thank you, Jesus. Because me, I would have even emailed them and told them to remove that particular person from my schedule because it seemed like you're gonna be giving me problems, you know. You obviously don't like me, do you get? So they say apart from him, I can attend to everybody else. So yeah, God is good. This is honestly a testimony. I know it's a long video, but thank you for watching to this point because it ended in praise. I don't know who has been sacked and been called back and still had their job back because at this point I could not have been without a job. I needed the money so badly. So yeah, God is good and kind to me. Like I am a child of grace. I'm an exception. And yeah, I got my job back at the end of the day. So we're good. All is good here. All is good here. Thank you guys for watching. Anyways, that's how I lost my job and got it back on my trip to Scotland. Thank you for watching and let me hurry to church now. See you guys in my next video. Bye.